Sorry, I may have started that last one off by getting too involved in explaining how I was a hippie. I don't know if I can get in trouble for some of what I said, which I didn't think was, anyway. Number 9. Going to extremes is careless and unbalanced. Wow, that's interesting, especially considering what I just said that when I started that last one. Too bad I stopped. Here we go. Let me read the whole thing, okay? Because I'm not going to talk about during this next one. Okay, this is more. I want you to these are easy answers, so I want you to just think of the answer. I'll read each question twice. I think I got a system here I'm developing, and I think this might work good. Okay, so here we are, number 9 of the Tao Te Ching by Lao Tzu. But this is my book called The Tao of Taoism. I've kind of like reworked this whole thing and then created this question structure to help you integrate this into your life. Here we go. Number 9, going to extremes is careless and unbalanced. To display an outward lack of awareness reflects a deeper inner unbalance. Unbalance? Imbalance? I said unbalance. Interesting. I'm not sure if I want to keep it that way. But maybe imbalance. Here we go. Know when to change direction. Know when to start a new goal. Know when a direction is completed. You know, an interesting thing about directions on this last one. Was it the mountain? Anyway, let's read the whole thing again. Going to extremes is careless and unbalanced. Lao Tzu says so. I mean, you should know that, but okay, just in case you doubted that simple thing, there it is. To display an outward lack of awareness, that'd be like pretending to be stupid or not paying attention or wearing earbuds, reflects a deeper inner imbalance. Okay, so know when to change direction, know when to start a new goal, know when a direction is completed. Those last 3 were obviously, I think, kind of different. It might all tie together in some way, but let's just blast on here because my goal was to read the book rather than totally explain it. Here we go. What do you do to an extreme? What do you do to an extreme? What do you do in moderation? What do you do in moderation? What do you do too little of? What do you do too little of? How can you avoid being extreme? How can you avoid being extreme? How can you maintain your moderation? Kind of trying to aim you there. How can you maintain your moderation? How can you do more of what you need to do? Whatever that is, I don't know. But how can you do more of it, of what you need to do? Now, explain an ideal balance of all 3. Your extreme, your moderation, and your lacking. Now, what is the balance of that? Because you're always going to do more of something and find it easier to keep this one in the middle, and you're then too little. So look at the overall balance now. What are they? How are those things? Okay, so what are they now? Maybe what should they be later? What are they going to be 10 years from now? So just think of these balances because they always change. Remember, this is the book of changes. This isn't saying, hey, exactly as you are, keep it that way. No, it's saying, okay, right here is where you are, and you change to this point, but maybe you just don't want to keep following this cycle. Maybe you want to kind of change direction a little bit. So this is where you can view what you're doing and who you are so you can take control of your life. Okay, where were we? How do you know when you are properly balanced? Okay, so, I mean, you got to know. I mean, if you're not balanced, how do you know that? Well, let's start by trying to know when you're balanced. Can you determine that? How do you know when to change directions? How do you know when to change directions? How do you know when to start a new goal? Okay, now, most people aren't goal-oriented, so you've got to I'm looking at that and going, oh, man, people are going to have trouble with that question. It's like, what's a goal? But anyway, maybe it's just to get a pay raise. Maybe it's to get a new boat, take a vacation. Okay, whatever. Goals can be anything you're aspiring to. Okay, here we go. How do you end a relationship? Is it the toothpaste? How do you end a relationship? Okay, everybody ends them in different ways. How do you end them? What do you add into the mix that makes it explode and terminate, abort? When a relationship goes bad, do you prefer for the other person to end it? And why? And that why is important. But first of all, you got to put everything in proper perspective. Okay, let's do that again. When a relationship goes bad, do you prefer for the other person to end the relationship? And why? What do you do to make the other person want to end the relationship? Okay, so come on, whatever it is, you got to know. Okay, and how long will you maintain a bad relationship? And why? Oh, there's a lot of different answers. It's only your answer that you're looking for. Does your car reflect your inner spirit? Does your car reflect your inner spirit? How does your home reflect your inner spirit? How does your home reflect? It's a mirror image of you, your inner spirit. How does your appearance reflect your inner spirit? Look at me. Well, how does your appearance represent your inner spirit? Well, I got this, and to be honest with you, I'd rather not have it, but I'm starting to get a little wrinkle here, and as soon as I grew it, everybody said they liked it, and I got that Sean Connery look, so I'm marketing a little bit. I want to be appealing to some extent, so I'm willing to compromise certain things. The hair thing, I've had long hair. I've had really, really long hair. And when I started the Kung Fu Cowboy thing, I had kind of hair down to here, so I'd had to, and now I'm kind of like going shorter than I've ever gone before, and for my own personal inner spirit. So things are changing for me. I'm in the beginning of a whole new cycle. So I'm looking at myself differently. I have different expectations. I got to stop being 20 years old and thinking of myself on an album cover. Although I'd still want to be on an album cover, but just got to realize I'm not a pop star anymore. I don't know. I say that and I still don't believe it. Hey, where are we? 7 minutes, 58 seconds. Okay, that was it. Your inner spirit. Well, my inner spirit is I am a pop star. I have my own lunchtime.